your mother with a daughter. You're with your daughter. Look what you're doing.
You live in a house with your mother and your child.
Where's you are now? So keep it up.
You loser.
Keep it
You're
up.
a fucking
I'm a
loser.
woman.
I didn't even want to do this.
I'm a woman.
Honestly,
You're mad.
You're
mad.
Good. Tone it
You
down,
don't think
Ryan.
I should be well kept. You think that I should be like Shanice here struggling or something. I don't understand.
Hey, look, you ain't want to do it, don't do it. You ain't want to do it, don't do it. You ain't want to do it, don't do it.
I need to explain to her exactly why she
can't explain my life to you because you can't. You don't know what you're
Stop
talking
that
about.
shit. Cease and desist.
You don't know what you're talking about.
You're not married. You're not with the baby father.
I'm
and you
still
live
well
at home
kept.
with your mother.
I'm
And you're
well
online
kept.
talking to niggas who done
I'm well
everything right.
kept. I'm well kept.
You're not kept. You live at home
I'm
with your
very
mom.
kept. You don't know what you're talking
Your
about.
mom keeps your kid.
No,
you
she
go out
doesn't.
smoking, fuck up the niggas in the
That's not true. Now you're really mad and you're just
Back up, brother. Stop, brother.
That's not a fist. We know trash.
Yeah, but you
Listen,
wrong,
all trash
though.
acts the same.
My mom is actually
Blow in
not
the wind.
how.
They always get caught on your bumper.
How?
You always
So I don't have my son now and I'm on here cooking.
No.
I'm cooking, but you're
Now
saying
you got
I
my
use
baby girl
someone
in the
to watch
store.
my
Now
son
I'm
while I
gonna
do
get
what?
like you.
And I'm on the grill.
Like you now.
I'm on the grill. But I don't have my kid. I'm on the grill and I work. What do you do?
You're in your 20s or your 30s, and you're at
Oh,
home
when
with
you
your
do have
mother,
your
not
kid,
in your
you're on
own
here
home.
arguing with people instead of spending time with your daughter.
You're not at home. You don't have a home.
Crazy.
You understand that?
That's
Just
crazy.
take that in.
You're
relying
literally
upon your
spending time
parents
with your
to
daughter.
save you
You have
from
your
your
daughter with
decisions.
you and you're arguing with me.
Now she looks nice.
That's weird.
You're relying on your parents to save you from your
I'm not
bad
relying on
decisions.
any. Don't know what
you
you're talking about. You're wrong.
You are. You're eating their food.
No,
you're in
you're
their
wrong.
refrigerator. You're using
I
up
have
their
my own
electricity.
money.
And
You're
when you
wrong.
do decide to clean
You're
your
very
stinking
wrong.
ass shithole of a pussy,
I'm sorry
you're
that you're
using
wrong.
that
You're
water.
just making up stuff now.
That ain't no
It's
makeup.
sad.
That's not
Yeah,
making
You
up.
still got that crib in Texas?
You stink. I know
Oh,
you stink.
AK, please don't tell him
You
nothing.
smell like
That's what I'm
bad
saying. I want
know
him to
your
keep
shit
thinking he
smells
know what
like
he's
an
talking
STD.
about, AK.
I don't want to say.
I know you're
He has
musty
no
all the
clue.
time.
He has no clue, AK. Just leave
If
it
your
alone,
father
bro.
wasn't, if your mother wasn't there, who would wash your ass?
Let him
How would
crash
you wash your ass,
out
little girl?
and make up stuff about
If
my
your
life and
mother
think
wasn't
it's
there,
cool.
how would you wash
Because
your
he
ass?
thinks he's
Just
right.
tell me,
You're
tell me.
wrong.
Who's paying the bills
I'm
there?
not telling you anything.
Who's paying the
You
bills
keep
there?
making up what
Is it you?
is right.
Is it you?
You're over here
Is it
yelling
you?
at someone, making
No,
them
it's
think
not.
about their
It's your
lives.
mother.
And
And
you
she's
think
probably
you're like
still
some
getting child
honorable
support
black
from one of
man
your
that
other
deserves
raggedy ass
respect.
sons, your
You
raggedy ass
don't deserve
brothers.
any respect.
You don't deserve
Now watch
any-
when I
You
leave the
shouldn't
room,
even be
you still
talking
be
to
yelling
me. I'm
about
so
me.
far
Watch
above
this,
you
y'all.
and sick.
Watch this.
Watch this. Wow, but that's the reason why your moms act.
You're wrong
They
for
go
this
out there.
brother lying.
Good morning.
Man, you gotta hear cry for
I never thought I'd see the day, Concrete.
Love
Hey, concrete.
That you,
Listen,
that you,
concrete.
that
Do
you.
have you ever had a friend that just
I'm
lives
proud of
in
you, Concrete.
Hey, concrete. Have you ever had a friend that just lives in complete and total denial? They don't realize that they're the problem at the party. They don't realize they're the problem everywhere they go.
Wait, Jazzy, your friend?
Thank God, no.
And all of you are technically
Well,
my
you should
friends.
tell Jazzy that you're her friend.
Wait, hold on, AK. But here's the thing. You gotta tell these people the truths in order for them to change their bad behavior, their
I got
bad ways.
a friend just like that named Lion.
You know what I'm saying? You got the point. You have the point. You gotta, hey, listen. Metaphorically speaking, you gotta let them know. they got a
Still
book on
yelling
their face.
about nothing.
You gotta let them know they got a book.
Guys,
on their
I
face.
live in the
You gotta
basement.
let
My
them know
mom
that they-
takes care of
they're
me.
not living right.
He pays
You
for
gotta let them know
everything.
you're
Nah.
Something that is more emotional.
You are not a real
Wrong.
friend to them if you allow them to
Wrong.
continue
Hey,
to act
everybody
like a
trying to
fucking
correct
ass.
you, black man, black ghetto hood booger. You should shut up, let the white man
Hey,
correct
listen,
you.
I live in a
Like the white man corrected, been correcting you for years.
all of my
You live in a white man's
What are
society,
you
nigga. You
talking
ain't never
about? I have
gonna
my
nothing.
own
The white man
brand.
is
I have
always gonna be
multiple
better than a black
multiple
man.
businesses.
Especially a black man in our church.
Come
A
on,
white
it's
man
getting
is
too
always
hard.
gonna talk you guys. And look at Concrete shaking his butt. And stop shaking your butt, Concrete. Stop shaking your butt, Concrete. And go on mute. We don't need another hood booger jumping in.
inappropriate stunning line.
Stop
Calm
shaking
down,
your
brother.
butt,
That is
Concrete.
fucking crazy.
Hold on, I'm trying to tell him get off your neck. Why you getting mad at me?
Black men are always
Just told him get off your
just like
fucking
you
neck.
and
What the
Congress.
You
hell?
are trash.
Why you turning
Come,
on me?
I'm the dude that'll never talk to you in public. You realize that?
You're mad because you can't penetrate.
What am I doing? I'm
You
mad.
can't penetrate my brain.
Nah, you're right,
You're not hurting my
You're right.
feelings.
Jazzy wrong
Nothing
with
you
this one.
saying is
Oh
right.
my God. Your feelings are hurt
Nothing you
because you're
saying is
responding.
right. Everything you're saying
Your
is
feelings
right.
are hurt because you're responding, Jazz.
My feelings are hurt.
Yes.
Who I hear screaming about me? Even when I leave.
You keep coming out the mic
You
and
think
you
I
want to
left the
ask
room
somebody
and was
to get
talking
their
about
point
you
out.
after I
You
left?
get to say whatever
You
the
think I
hell you
left
want
the
to,
room and
and then
was
you
like,
don't
oh,
want
look at
nobody to say
Ryan?
anything
No,
about
I
you.
left the room and I didn't say
That
anything.
shows your
When I leave
sensitivity.
the room, you're still talking about me.
That shows your sensitivity.
But you're
Used to
still
be,
talking about me.
you just talk louder and louder and louder to try to drown out the person
You're still
talking about
talking
you.
about You're yelling
If
in
you
your
were such a
mic.
strong
It's not my
person, you would
fault I
shut up
have
and
a
take
good
it.
phone. I'm not even
You
yelling.
would shut up and take it
I
if you
think
were such a
your
strong
mic is
person.
trash. You got a truck driver mic.
But you can't.
I think you need to go get
But
some
you
wires
can't. Hey,
or
listen,
something. I
that's
don't know
still
what you
more
need
than
to do.
anything that
It's
any
not my
nigga
fault.
who's
It's
ever put
unbothered
their
me.
dick in you
And
has
I'm
ever
right.
made.
You can't be right about
Just
nothing.
think about that for a
You
minute.
can't be right about
The
what I
truck driver money is more than any nigga
I
that's ever
don't
fucked you.
understand.
Any nigga, all 35 of them niggas ain't worth one of me.
I don't
All 35
understand.
of them niggas
Is
ain't
your
worth
daughter
one of
looking at
me.
you right now?
Put it
Didn't you say
together.
your daughter was in the car with you?
All, no, my baby's she's in the store. All 5 of them niggas
Oh.
ain't
So you
worth
sent her in the
one
store
of me.
so you could yell at her.
Jazzy getting packed up, bro. I've been
You
listening.
sent her in the store so you could yell at
Let
me.
that sink in. You've never been with a nigga that's
You
gonna
sent
actually
her in
take
the
care of
store
your
so you
child.
could yell at me.
You've never been with a nigga that's actually gonna provide for your family.
How?
Jazzy, I thought you were the king of pack-ups. You've been getting packed up.
I'm trying to understand.
lying.
How
I
you
know you
that
need to
be
understand
true?
because you ain't never finished nothing.
How you know that to be
You
true?
did
What if I
everything
show
the
you
wrong
some
way
money
in
that I
life, and
just
now you're
got the
attacking
other
everybody
day?
that did everything right.
What if I show you some money that I just got the
What
other
does
day?
that mean? You're still trash.
No, you just said I'll never find a man to provide for me.
You
I
will
got a
never
man that
ever
provides for
find
me.
nigga that's temporary.
I have a
Niggas
man
don't
that
fuck.
provides
Haven't
for
you
me.
learned that yet?
I have a man that's been in my life.
You
for
do
years
not
that
have a
provides.
man. If
So
you
you
have
wrong
a man, you
That's
would
a
be not
baby
get to
daddy.
mama's house.
Jasmine, that's a baby daddy.
You're wrong.
If you had a man,
Jazzy,
you
that's
would
a
be
big
Why
daddy.
is
That
it
ain't a
three
husband.
men jumping one woman?
That ain't a husband.
not at your
Jazzy.
mama's
I'm trying to
house.
understand why
He said,
three
"My
men jump
husband."
with one
Be at your
woman.
They ain't got a
mama's
ring on my
house.
finger.
Why is three
Don't you
men
understand
jumping
that?
one woman?
I mean,
You would not be at your
Why is three strong grown men
Daddy,
jumping
I
one
know your
woman?
daddy never taught you
Teaching
that.
you
Now
a
watch
lesson.
when I leave the room, it's
Teaching
gonna
you
be
a
bad.
motherfucking lesson, Jazzy.
And I love this for y'all. And Rich, please go
All
drive
you've been
Uber.
doing is getting an ass.
Ryan, go drive a truck, right? You guys literally are drivers for a living.
You got a baby daddy.
A movie,
You got a
On
couple
somebody.
maybe some
Nothing you
nigga
say
will
matters. I don't even have
Don't
three
have a
kids to
single
have three baby
about
daddies.
any one of these
What
niggas.
the hell are you talking
Yo,
about?
how many
Somebody's
phone
gonna
numbers
How
you
many
got,
kids
Rich?
do I have?
How many
How many kids do I have? How many kids do I have?
That's retarded. You
How
spend
many
your
kids
time
do I
making
have?
fucking
I don't have to
files,
do
bro.
anything, bro.
How many kids do I have?
Yo, son, it's every other second you got a new profile. You gotta do something different, bro.
AI writes out
How
the
many
fucking
kids do I
program.
have, Ryan?
That
How many
really
kids do
depends
I have?
on this, man.
How many kids do I have, Ryan?
Jason, what'd you do to get
How
clipped
many
this
kids
time?
do I have?
One. You got one. And I know you're not
Oh, somebody just back channeled you that? You just asked me earlier where my kids were. You didn't know how many kids I
You
had.
got 3 kids and 5 baby
You got
daddies.
one child and you're
Yeah.
not with the baby father and you live at your mama's house.
What else? What else?
You live at your mama's house.
And then-
Talking shit.
I go have sex and smoke.
And again, you smoke all
Yeah.
the fucking
Okay.
time.
Okay.
You're
When the last time she watched
loser.
her while I went and had sex?
You probably play Madden all day.
When I don't even have a console or a fucking hello.
You're a female version.
I don't have a
of losing
console.
ass
I don't
nigga.
games like that.
You're a female version of a losing ass nigga.
That's weird.
If you were a
You
nigga,
can't
all
make
the
up
niggas
stuff
ain't
that
never
is
talking
true.
about
I don't even have a game system.
And lying shit,
I don't have
Israelite
an
woman,
Xbox
they get sad.
login. I don't have a PlayStation account. I don't
You
play
come
games
on
like
here
that.
to
Lying
So
shit,
now what's
lying shit,
that?
Israelite woman, you gotta teach her,
What's
bro.
that?
and now you're
Alright, let's
mad.
get a topic.
I work for myself, by the way. Like,
Have y'all heard that they're saying Donald Trump
is no longer with
Lion,
us.
she
Have
an
y'all heard
Israelite
that?
woman.
Let's get a talk.
Let's
Let's
get
talk.
her the
Have
white
y'all
woman.
heard about the pizza index? I'm gonna tell y'all about the pizza index.
Wait for the business
I
like the
know.
Basically, the pizza index
that sits in
is
Barnes
son.
and Noble.
Oh, come on, bro! Why you trying to jump me? I'm trying to finish the topic. Aw,
Every other day this fat nigga fasting. Are you fat as hell and you fasting? I don't think the fasting is working, bro.
I just told this
You
nigga to
still
get
a
off
big
your neck. You
gorilla
wanna mad at me?
concrete ass
Knowledge
nigga.
sitting kid.
That's a fact.
Hey,
You
you
still
say
fast
that by
every
yourself.
other day.
I ain't
But nothing to you, yo.
You still got high cholesterol. You still don't really work.
So,
You sitting in the cafe all day.
index.
It's
Anybody
some
want to hear what the pizza index is?
It's some mall food court.
Lion, you gotta get this
Everything
Israelite woman
all
right,
Pizza
bro.
index.
day there talking about
The
you.
pizza index. Nah, they being good right now.
You don't have a job. You don't
Pizza
feel like
index.
your
Lion,
laptop
I'm really
all day
disappointed in you,
typing
Lion.
in
You mad at
stuff.
me? Lion the one dragging you. What the
You
fuck?
must be in there with ladies.
Lion's the one dragging you. Why are you mad at me? Focus on Lion.
Trying to come for me.
Oh, it's so weird.
Jasmine, were you staying on Lion's neck?
What's this pizza index shit?
Jazzy, were you staying on Lion's neck? That's all I heard.
This shit get really real.
I heard Jazzy stand on Lion's neck,
That
bro.
shit hurt, don't it?
That shit was wild.
That shit be stinking.
I was listening on her here, but it's like
I
shit.
need to do something with my life.
Jazzy was fucking George Floyd Lion.
I told you you didn't want this shit. I'm over here trying to be nice and
Also,
cordial.
knowledge. What was
I
Nathan
told
talking
you
about?
didn't want me
Because
to
Toxic
yell at
Taylor
you on the
allows every
internet.
man to call
I
me
told you didn't want me to yell at you on the internet. I told you you didn't want this.
That's wild that Nathan was talking that.
This shit gonna hurt.
I told you you didn't want me to yell things to make up stuff and lie on you on the internet. I told you. I'm a man. I'm a man. You sound like Brad. I'm a man. I'm not with my daughter. I'm a man.
Mama gotta
I'm
take care of
gonna
your
beat
baby.
you up. You're the black
You
woman.
don't see the shame in that
You're
at
a
all.
black woman, and you don't
Nah, shit,
deserve
Israelite,
it.
bro. You gotta talk to her with some respect, Lion.
I told you you didn't want
That's an
it.
Israelite woman.
Hey, listen,
I told you, you didn't want
woman
this.
who made terrible
Jazzy,
decisions.
you gotta respect Lion. He's a fellow Israelite.
I don't owe her any
I
respect. Just 'cause
told
you made it.
Nah, she's melanated, bro. She an Israelite.
She ain't shit.
She an Israelite, bro.
No, she ain't
That's
shit.
a
Nah, she a Hebrew Israelite.
That's the problem.
She come from a Hebrew Israelite father, too.
You
Baptist or
didn't do
Christian.
anything.
She a Hebrew Israelite.
That's tough. That pizza index shit, that's tough.
Expect us to not
You
hold her
understand the
accountable for her
message?
Man, this Hebrew Israelite woman acting like a black woman.
dumbass black women do.
Deceased, bro. That
And the
shit
bitch
Nah, she a Hebrew Israelite, bro.
behavior.
She moved. She left. She ran away.
I know
Back
she
her
would.
up.
That's the
Damn,
smartest
yo,
thing she
but,
did all
yo,
day.
Y'all shut the fuck up, bro. We trying to talk about shit,
We
bro.
don't care about the
Yo, we about to fucking talk about shit, not other women's pussy, bro.
Jazzy ran away, bro. That was wild.
Ah,
He packed her
damn,
ass
y'all
up.
not even fucking these bitches.
That ain't even a
Waste
Hebrew
time
Israelite
on them,
woman.
bro.
That's a black woman line.
God
They
damn.
said that Trump hasn't been seen for
Black
a
woman,
minute.
black woman.
Jacobus, did you enjoy
Alright,
being crashing out
we
last
get it.
night?
We get it. Can we get to sign house?
Belly master, Jacobus, belly
I've
master.
been really trying to
Belly master, bro.
saying that, hey,
She was like, I am not mid. I am beautiful. I got big titties. She was crashing the fuck out.
Y'all niggas was crashing out. I'm out the way.
I'm not crashing out.
Jacobus.
Yes, you was. You was crashing out.
You fucked him up last night.
Yeah, you started cussing. You started cussing at the top of your lungs, nigga. When you
So
start
Dolores,
talking
I don't know if you
personal
can hear this
family
stuff, but
members and all
this
that
is
shit,
called
you crashing
Clubhouse.
out,
This
nigga.
is a toxic mindset called chillism.
My nigga,
This room will go all day long.
And
These
it's a
people
crash
will
out.
be arguing and screaming at each other all day long. I have another room
Bro,
open
you ever
called
seen Haga crash out?
Chillism 3.0 Toxic Low IQ. Cute. I would run. But anyway, this is
Haga
what
gets his
I
point across, and I've never seen him crash out.
No,
And he does. Okay.
Hakup has to wait patiently until the person shuts up. Did you hear this person ever shut up? No,
Yes.
they just kept going
Nah,
on.
Lion, I
Kept
heard
trying
you
to do
tied
the-
up,
kept
Jazzy.
trying to do the drown out method. You know what that is? The drown out method. Where you just make just a lot of noise pollution and keep talking over the person so they can't say anything. And then at that, the room will go, oh, she won, she this, she that.
All right, enough of that. Look, let me ask you a question. Why do you say that you're from East St. Louis instead of just St. Louis? Like what?
Because I'm from the east side of East St. Louis is in Illinois.
Yeah, he's from the hood.
And St. Louis is from the Missouri side.
I just want to let you know, you still prove my point. Just what you just did just now, you proved my point.
Oh, look at her back at her girl up. Girl squad.
You just proved my point, bro.
Yeah, girl squad, girl gang.
And because of that, because of the river that divides us, it's almost as if you're in if you go to the two different places, it's like you went to a whole nother country.
Yeah, one's nice and safe and clean, and the other's dirty where you grew up.
Shut the fuck up.
It is. It's true, and you know it.
And you come up missing.
East St. Louis is dirty as fuck.
We'll have you come up missing.
Missouri's nice.
Little Richard. Get found in a dumpster.
Yeah, West St. Louis is nice. East is dirty as fuck. Ghetto.
You get found in a burning car somewhere, Richard. Little Richie.
Hey, you know what? I gave you flowers packing up Jazzy. Chill fuck.
That ain't no win. She's already retarded.
And now you got Guava doing the girl squad gang.
She has to. That's her buddy.
Trying to hop in the car and shit. Defend her girl with the coat.
I respect that more than anything right there. She, even though her friend is wrong, she's still going to support her friend and protect her friend.
Yeah.
I respect it. That's better than a lot of you bitch ass niggas in this room.
Typical black
as soon as your
woman shit,
homeboy
bro.
gets packed up or whatever, y'all just go sign it. She was right about that part.
Jacobus, did you enjoy
You don't have no accountability line. You just proved my point.
What point did
Jacobus, we're talking about belly master.
You antagonizing people on purpose.
She was crashing the fuck out.
That you're proving. I've made that same statement for like, I don't know.
She was begging for somebody to tell her she was pretty.
I told you that I never lied or deceived anybody. I told you that this is what I'm here to do. You act like a fucking monkey. I'm gonna throw shit at your cage. You act like a decent, respectful man or a woman.
Can you admit that you act like a monkey?
Oh, that's a decent couple right there. Say it again.
Can you admit that you act like a monkey?
I just stated it. Didn't you hear me say that?
No, I didn't hear you clearly.
Why the fuck didn't you wake that shit up on Pierre? Pierre should have had a pass, bro. He sounded gay.
You know what?
You didn't wake that shit up on Pierre. Pierre sounded gay. I don't know why he couldn't say the B word.
These niggas
On Pierre?
Yeah, Pierre, the guy that's calling Jazzy the B word.
Is that Rich?
Of course it is, Violet.
But you spinning the narrative
You a
line.
good Puerto Rican though, Violet. I'll give you that.
If she started with you, you started with her, Ryan.
She
And
did.
that's the part that's hypocritical.
No, it's
You
not.
make
She
it
did
seem like,
start.
oh, if she gonna ape out, then I'm gonna ape out. You antagonized her first.
I did not.
Yes, you
Look,
did.
here's the thing you women, you don't notice about yourselves. You all do the actual disrespect first. And then when you're hoping and praying that the male is just gonna
So was she talking to you earlier?
overlook it, don't even pay attention to
Was
it,
she
don't
talking
even
to you
respond.
earlier?
You're hoping that wait a second, you're hoping that the man doesn't do anything,
Hold on, Nathan,
right?
that's Jason
But
right
then-
there. That's Rick.
But then when you run across a man that's actually going to check you on your terrible behavior, the first thing that you do is you try to attack his masculinity. Second thing you do, you try to attack his physical features. Third, you try to attack his financial status. And then fourth, you try to attack his family. These are all behaviors of the same victims. It's fake. It's not
Lying,
real. You're not a victim at all.
I hear
You're not a victim.
saying.
So me knowing this about your behavior, I'm gonna attack all of those things first
I
before you do.
understand it, but you started with
And
her
then
first.
after that, what you do is you start screaming that you need help from the other people in the room because you're the one starting this shit.
Ryan, you're not
We were having we're always having a civil, basic conversation in this room,
Don't you
Bravo.
don't understand.
And then after that,
I'm not
one of you
talking to
ladies comes off the mic and completely disrupts and
Ryan,
destroys the
she was
conversation.
not talking to you at all. She didn't speak
I'm
to
not
you. She
allowed
was
to say-
talking- Hold on. She was not talking to you. She was talking about her room. She even upped the black men and she used Kendall
And I
as an
said, that's a
example.
lie.
That's not a lie.
That
You
is a
jumped
lie.
in it. That's not
That's
a
a
lie.
lie. Listen,
She
it's a
was
lie.
talking about her room.
First of all, you disrespected
You
this
jumped in
room.
and said, I tried to help those black women over there and I
Guava.
was unsuccessful. She was
Guava.
not talking to you.
All right, Guava. One of the rules of this room is you ain't supposed to be putting them out in no other rooms, right? You agree?
Listen, I
Wait,
don't give a
no,
fuck
no.
about
Wait,
this.
what's
It
the
ain't
rule?
got
Wait,
nothing to do
hold on.
with you
Yes.
inserting yourself.
Yes.
That
Wait.
don't
Yes.
have that don't have anything to do.
Yeah, it does. So
with
what she did
you
was the very first thing that she.
talking to her.
So what she? Wait a second. So what she did? Your friend, not mine. What your friend did was she turned around and said, "Hey, listen, y'all don't want niggas all in the videos. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do all."
Wait, no, you said you her friend, motherfucker. You can't say you not her friend now.
Hey, AK, don't do this. AK.
Also, Guava, you see how that didn't work?
Hold on. Let's learn something. Hey, let's not burn bridges. Let's learn something. So what happened? Wait a second. So she makes a statement saying that she respects men. She makes a statement saying that she respects men. She makes a statement saying that she respects men. That was the lie. And that's all I came out the mic to say. Because she got angry because she was pointed out for actually not respecting men. She gets all loud, ghetto-fied like she usually does in her room.
You should have never said anything to her.
Don't tell me what I should have never said. I got the right to say whatever I want to say, just like you do.
Started with her.
I got the right to say whatever, just like you do.
You disrespected her first.
She disrespects every fucking day.
It don't matter who she disrespects.
Why does it not
She did
matter?
disrespect you.
You're making my point, Guava. Why doesn't it matter that she disrespects people
started with
first?
her. I don't care.
Why does it
Also,
not
AK,
matter
to
that
answer
she
your question.
disrespects people first?
Started with her.
This is the problem that you're not even listen. It's a problem when we're pointing out the obvious.
You are you everybody?
That's how my AI generates 100.
The obvious is this.
Are you lying or are you everybody?
I'm everybody.
Oh, okay. Makes a lot of sense then.
Yeah.
You can't even
Builds out all
be
their
honest with me in the conversation.
No. So
Go to sleep, wake up.
You're defending bad behavior.
Be honest. I'm gonna go mute up because this is
You're defending bad behavior. Now it's time to run. Exit stage right.
That's a fact.
I don't give a fuck.
Just let AK, if you want some free accounts, let me know.
Always. You don't want to actually deal with
AK, if you want some free
accountability.
accounts, let me know. All right.
You don't want to be accountable for nothing. You don't see the problem.
Because I thought you were at least honest.
You don't see the problem with the behavior, and so therefore we're always gonna have the same circular arguments over and over and over.
I don't need to be that covert.
You're not honest, bro.
Rich,
It's okay.
you feel me?
It's
Here's
okay.
the issue.
I
have just as much right to say, hey, no, that is not true. She does not respect me.
Yeah, if you want to troll rooms, you need work.
And that's okay.
And that's not disrespect by pointing out the truth is disrespectful.
You feel me? I
Pointing out the truth is disrespectful.
I respect it though. Oh yeah.
No, I don't respect the AK. He started working.
Nah, I'm talking to Rich. Guava was cool with me until about 10 minutes ago, until I stood on her neck. Now look at her. She's like,
it doesn't make any sense.
Like and daddy. Rich is here. He's the Jason account.
You men to be nice and silent. Be nice and silent, man. Don't point out the obvious shit that you always see with these people. Don't see that. Just look the other way.
Yo, AK, you there?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though?
Belly bass. Begging for people.
When Beamer was fucking up Lion, this nigga had to get his wife. But now Lion is beating up the women. So
that's belly master, bro. She got a tummy. That's how it be. You let her fuck that big girl fuck you up. Blow it up to the room, man. Everybody,
you're not gonna stop these niggas.
Jacobus, remember when she was begging? Somebody tell me I'm beautiful. I'm not, dude. I got big titties, bro. I got motherfucking Labor Day.
You know why they gonna keep encouraging it? Because they gonna get that little cooter cat, and they gonna say, "Ha, I got it." Jacobus used to think she was hot by her, and they gonna say, "Hey, you niggas help me. You dumbass niggas help me get that little bit of cooter cat." Because you was attacking and I was sipping, and that's how I got it. Thank you, fellas.
He's like,
that's all it is. It's really just two types of men in the world.
Don't need no other
men that tell the women the truth, and then there's the enablers.
Yo, Concrete.
I just feel like at some point it gotta stop. Like, you do what you do, right? You tell somebody about themselves, and then you get the fuck out the way, bro. Like, it's tell Concrete what Beamer look like, Jacobus. I don't see that much effort getting put into this, bro.
What's up, Jacobus? I hear you, brother.
That's the issue. So AK, listen.
No, just drop it. Like we
AK,
get it, bro.
I'm talking to you now. Look, AK, the reason why the community looks the way that it does is because other niggas throwing trash on the street. You understand my analogy?
I know. Jacobus trying to jump in. Lion, chill the fuck out.
Yeah, Jacobus, shut the fuck up. I know you got a poodle to suck up right now. Go do that, nigga.
Go ahead,
What the fuck?
Okay.
AK, the reason why we got bad problems in our community is because it's too many niggas who look the other way when niggas is committing crimes.
I'm saying, bro.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Agree with this nigga.
Disagree with him. Be like, I got everything he's
saying. So when you make the statement like, just say what you need to say and move on.
Do it again.
Problem
is, you do it to your wife, AK, if you got one. Be like,
therefore, they behave like these fucking animals as adults in the street. I got the only way to get their attention is to act like them temporarily to get their attention.
You're right.
You educate.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I want you to try this.
That's what I do with my mom and my wife, both of them.
Hey, hold on, Rich, hold on. Look, I want you to try this. Try this.
You talking about all these feminine men, and you in here just gossiping like a bitch, Lion.
Try this one behavior with a small child that keeps crying. I want you to just do this one time. Just when the child does the whining, I want you to act in kind. Do the exact same thing the child does. I guarantee you that the child will start to go. They will silence themselves. I guarantee you.
It's terrible.
And then after that, you educate them.
Yeah.
That's what you do. So when the child is going, wah, you go, wah, and then the child will go, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. I know.
And then you go, hey, listen, I need you to stop behaving like this. You need to do this and need to do that. That's what's happening with these wayward, backward women. You're not doing that. You're assuming that somebody else can handle it. Or it's not your problem.
Yeah.
But it is your problem. You know why? Because these women are coming to your places of establishment, acting like these wild animals.
Yeah.
Dancing on your tables, kicking over your shit, stealing stuff out of your stores, fighting each other in your parking lot. That's why. Because you didn't stand up, man. You didn't say, hey, little stupid bitch, sit your ass down. You didn't do that.
Why is he crashing out?
You're like you men today are basically like the neglectful parents that never raised these wild ass women. So they think they can go ahead and do this shit everywhere. And I'm one of them niggas who's sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm gonna tell your child or your daughter or your adult daughter she needs to shut her bitch ass up.
I feel like what you're saying okay. I feel like what you're saying okay, right? I kind of dealt with it at certain jobs that I work at, right? There will be somebody who we're doing the same job, right? We're dealing with the same bosses. We're dealing with the same gripes, right? But for some reason, this motherfucker can't handle it. So he started pleading to the rest of the coworkers and the employees and all this shit. When we all decided to come work here, we could work somewhere the fuck else. You feel what I'm saying? And if it was that important, it would have been changed. I promise you, everybody would have been on the same accord. It would have been changed. But it's little shit that's just in life or in a job that you have to deal with. But this motherfucker got to complain all the fucking time. For some reason, everybody knows how to deal with it. Everybody can get, and so, you know, there's like 10% of the motherfuckers. So if you got 20 motherfuckers, there's only a couple of them that's griping and complaining. Oh, the fucking vending machine better. Bruh. Nobody gives a fuck, bro. Like, it's not making nothing better complaining, first of all.
Is it making any...
We signed up for the shit, right? And third, everybody not like you, bro. It's some people... hold on, bro. It's some people that, first of all, can deal with this shit. Second of all, it's actually fuck with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers that bring their own lunch and got their own drink, they don't give a fuck about a vending machine. They hate that the vending machine is there. They think it's in the way of the fucking the closet or the cabinets. You feel what I'm saying? You see how another motherfucker that shit works out just well for them?
Let them finish, Lion.
So that's all I'm saying, bro. You crying just because it don't work for you.
Yeah,
Jacobus, all right, wait, hold on, Jacobus. Listen, let's go with your analogy. So you say 20 people knows how this one individual that works on the job behaves, and they
Bruh, I ain't gonna lie. I made my point.
Wait, because they don't complain.
And you're not going. You're not going.
Two people that come
I'm telling you that the scenario I gave was a point that you should understand.
I do understand it, but I'm
to hone in on the finite details of a fucking scenario I gave to make a point is disingenuous.
AK,
it's a point that I'm.
I want you to focus on what I'm saying now. Hold on. So 20 people, they ain't got a problem with it, they letting the shit ride. 2 people they're not going to stand for it, and they're complaining about it. You're saying that the 20 people should just let it go. I mean, the 2 people should just let it go since the 20 other people have learned to just deal with it. Let me ask you something. If 20 people are in our communities just letting bad behavior ride, is still a decent community for others to be at? I want you to understand that
can I ask you a question, AK?
Wait. Your inaction, allowing people on the job, allowing people. Wait. Oh my God, shut up. Your inaction, allowing people on the job to behave such.
You can tell
It just breeds more bad behavior.
Like I
Do you
said,
understand?
Tell your wife to shut up. You
can't.
Alright, let me listen to Cal. Let me just hear Cal real quick. You said it's not a allegation. Let me just hear that. I hear you lying.
All right. I just want to make sure you understand. So the reason why the ghetto isn't because of outside. It's because of inside.
I heard you.
All right.
Bro, let Carolyn.
Yeah, I got interrupted. You got to speak. I got quiet when you were speaking, AK. Everybody else got quiet when you were speaking. Nobody interrupted you when you were speaking. And then when I started speaking, all of a sudden I'm being long-winded. When I'm speaking, I'm being long-winded now. When I start talking, it's all of a sudden a problem. Yeah, this is the issue right here. You know why? Because the people that are talking.
I'm telling you, I'm about to walk into a place.
The reason why you're talking and it's okay is because they agree with you letting bad behavior continue to fester. The reason why they want to shut me up is because I'm against bad behavior festering in communities, online, anywhere. I'm against it.
Are you there, Jacobus?
I'm against dysfunction. You understand the difference?
Looking for trouble,
so I want you to understand, you're on the wrong side of things if you claim that you understand what I'm saying.
If you know you in a dangerous environment, quote unquote, do you go to that danger intentionally?
Nah, he grew up in that shit. He's St.
Do the police go to those dangers intentionally?
You didn't hear me say he grew up in St. Louis. He grew up in that shit his whole life.
If you know that this is a dangerous territory where you're going to be met with other niggas that don't like you, don't fuck with you, could potentially kill you, whatever, rob you.
You ever see the riots?
Would you go into it, or would you try to avoid it?
Like,
I'm asking Jacobus.
I'll avoid that shit.
Oh, okay. So that would be more analogous to the situation. See, Lion likes to go to other people's hoods and likes to fuck with them, and then when he gets shot the fuck up, he gets upset. That's more analogous to the situation, and then try to put on the Superman cape as if he's trying to save the community. You cannot go into Jazzy's space, antagonize her, be up in her space, in her world, and then get mad when she fucking retaliates. You cannot go over there seeking out trouble, being antagonistic, and then try to compare it to you trying to help the black community. That is
called being fake.
You're being fake right now, Ryan.
Now just let her get it out.
You're being fake, and that's okay. It's okay. I'm not here to police you. I'm not here to police you. But what I'm saying is,
that's exactly what you're here to do.
You're being fake.
Oh, toxic. Nathan said you can't be letting dudes call women to be where anymore, right?
Someone else.
You got moved in down to the good Taylor.
Ask for you to be in her space. You go over there. You
can't be letting that shit slide, Taylor.
Over here in this space, and you still fucking with her.
Look at Bunny.
That's what you're doing.
Bunny come up to get
That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. So I want to make that clear. It's not analogous to, oh, she's just out here wooty fucking with you, and you're trying to correct her because this is what we seen. That's fake, bro.
They need correction.
Bunny sees a chance to black man.
So back to AK. I'm not even gonna respond to that one. That was
it wasn't towards you. I was talking to Kitover.
Yeah, just
but you just said, but lying. You said, but lying. You're doing this and doing that, so you're fake.
Okay, so look, that's all I wanted to know.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'm trying to respond to her.
All right.
I'm trying to respond to her real quick.
Hurry up.
So thank you, Caroline.
Hurry your little hat ass up.
That's that truth, right? Now, Concrete, now that I got your attention, yo, bro, you there?
Oh, Lion, look at him trying to change the subject, Lion. Look at this shit.
Yo, my nigga, look.
Trying to talk about fucking Pizzagate and shit.
Nah, my nigga, yesterday, son, I had Beamer talking about, yo, Jacoby, what's wrong with me? Tell me why I'm not beautiful, G.
Tell me I'm beautiful. I'm not beautiful.
Lion, I did want to ask you, my fault, low-key. I might want to say it.
Go ahead.
In St. Louis, and you don't, when somebody asks you from, right, you don't say St. Louis, you say East St. Louis.
There's a racist. Hey, what's up, man?
That's where I'm from.
Yeah, but why you don't just say St. Louis? Is there a problem with that?
Because it's not the hood area where you grew up.
Because that's not where I'm from.
Yeah,
You from St. Louis?
I'm from
East
East.
St.
I'm
Louis.
from the east side of St. Louis. I'm from.
That would be St. Louis.
No, it's the Illinois side. Damn, like Memphis and West Memphis. They two different states.
Just look at the map. Just type it in.
Yeah,
just type it in and look at the map.
No, I'm saying what I'm getting at is this.
West Memphis is in Arkansas. Memphis is in Tennessee. Just say y'all know.
Is there a rich side?
And West Memphis is the hood.
That would be the St. Louis side.
East St. Louis is like
The hood where all the blacks
I
are.
don't know, like
This nigga don't know.
think of a like a
I
hard
don't know.
No, I'm talking about this nigga who's talking right now.
I've been to East St. Louis. Ugh.
You ain't been to East St. Louis.
Greyhound. I took a Greyhound
You
into
flew
St.
through
Louis.
that motherfucker.
You know where that Greyhound is down in St. Louis? Lion?
Them niggas would have ate you.
Lion, you know where the Greyhound is?
Buried you
That
so
shit was fucking ghetto as fuck. The big ass fucking Greyhound down there.
They would have fed you their pigs.
Yo, but Concrete, yo, at that moment.
Why do you ask, AK?
This power.
Because like I'm trying to get at the fact. How you doing, man? I'll be right over there.
Yeah, handle your business, AK. Let us talk.
I'm about to walk into a place, but I'm trying to get at the fact that we even though it's the same place or whatever, the same thing, we delineate even within, like, no matter what, we're gonna delineate. You get what I'm saying? So even amongst your own people in St. Louis, like, you're delineating. So
Let me ask you this: you up there, you up top, right? So if somebody says that I'm from the Bronx, is that the same as Manhattan?
No.
Right, it's the same thing. So where I am is not the
Bronx
same.
is not the same thing as Manhattan.
Right, and the point is that I'm trying to make here by the
Yeah, he's from the hood area,
conversation
from like the Bronx.
is that East St. Louis is not the same as the St. Louis side. And there's an entire Mississippi River dividing the city.
And one's ghetto and one's hood.
It will be analogous if I was like, okay, I'm from Brooklyn. I would say I'm from Brooklyn, right? Then you would say, if somebody were to say, no, I'm not from Brooklyn, I'm from Brownsville, that would be dumb.
It's the same thing. That's the same exact point.
No, because Brownsville is in Brooklyn.
Okay, no, this ain't the same thing then. What I'm saying is...
but East St. Louis is in St. Louis.
Which one is the opposing borough from...
One's in one state, one's in another state, though.
Thank you.
One's in Missouri, one's in Illinois.
I kept saying that...
The Illinois side is ghetto as fuck.
Like, have you ever been to the Tri-Cities that's in Indiana, I think it's Indiana, Illinois, and another city? They're all connected, but you can go to all three of these states, but they're all connected by kind of like...
More like Kansas City, too.
Yeah, but if you say that you're on the southern side of that same city, if you say that you're on the southern side of the same city, all of the rules that apply to that particular state belong to you.
Like, can we just say it's where they keep all the blacks?
Yeah, that's true. East St. Louis is where they keep all the blacks.
Kansas City is the same way, Memphis same way. Keep the blacks on one side, the whites on the other.
The most impoverished part of this entire city is East St. Louis. This is where a lot of unsolved mysteries dead in at. That's there. On the St. Louis side is you can get an education there, you can go to school, you got a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of different things happening for you. So when you come out as a person that lives in the area, you want to give a completely different zip code and phone number when you put on application.
Why are you talking on my state?
Because disrespectful. I told you, when you act like a fucking ape, I'll treat you like a
You stand on women's neck.
when you act like a man or a woman, I'll treat you as such. It's all. That's all. It's you. It's you.
You from St. Louis right now. You in St. Louis. You were in St. Louis a few minutes
Right
ago.
now, I'm about to go in on this fucking tunnel digger's ass right here. Hey, tunnel digger, look, no tunnel digger. I need you to step the fuck up.
You went from East St. Louis to St. Louis.
I need you to do your no shit.
Gentrified itself in this country. I know he did. I'm trying to act like he just gentrified it.
Alright, so AK, that's the difference. If you look at just look up on a map, you'll see the areas, and you'll see that there's a river dividing one part of the city from the other, and it's divided into a completely different state. It's in Illinois. Illinois has a completely different tax bracket.
Let me do something
The
else.
education is different. Everything is different.
Let me do something else. I think, unfortunately, is a gift and a curse. You have what is called the big picture, the long-term view. I'm just, convinced not everybody sees life that way. They don't see life in the big picture sense. They don't see it in the long-term sense. And so all you're doing is telling them about some shit that they can't see. And it's not, and I'll tell you this, it's not just about telling somebody about themselves. You have to give them a plan out of themselves, because otherwise it's a waste of time. They know they're fucked up. Everybody knows they're fucked up in a way. And the way that you're fucked up is outside of your ability to change. And so therefore, telling somebody who doesn't have the ability to change that they're fucked up is basically just torture. You're just stating the obvious. Now the thing is, you have to couple that chastisement with tutor and mentorship, brother. And are you ready for that?
So I will say this concrete. Your first thing is 100%. People don't see the bigger picture. They're sheep mentally. They can only see what's right in front of them. They're not planning or thinking about the consequences of their actions tomorrow. They're just thinking about at the moment. Now, am I prepared to do the mentor thing? I have. But the problem is there's a statement that's really pertinent to this conversation. It says the students are ready to learn, the teacher will appear. And where this is this. You have to be a willing person who wants to be educated. You cannot they're not going to absorb information or take it in or change their lives in any way when they're not ready to change their lives. What they also have to recognize, some people do not recognize, specifically the certain types that we've been talking about, they don't even recognize the downfall. They just move past them as if they never happened, only committing more bad decisions over and over and over again, while complaining that these bad decisions are that others are the reason for the bad decisions. They never take accountability for their actions, and they never move or grow. They suffer from arrested development, and it stays with them all the way to their old and useless, completely useless. Their wounds are dried up. There's absolutely nothing that they can give except more bad decisions to the next generation of young women. And that is what I believe we need to cut quick now. We have to get rid of that. We need to tell these stupid women to shut the fuck up. There's some real men back in charge. Move out the way. We got it. But they are unwilling to relinquish their complete and total control over the black community, which has led to the downfall of the same said community. It's terrible. And if you're looking at it from an objective standpoint, you have to voice. You got to stand out. You have to be you have to sound the alarm. You have to, and not in such a negative way per se as myself, but you have to let these women know in a positive thing that, hey, listen, shut the fuck up. You've been talking, woman, for the last 55 fucking years for us. And look what you've gotten us. Ever since you've been able to vote, where have we been? Only thing you voted for was fucking abortion.
He actually doxed Monica.
You didn't do anything for the black community. Get the fuck out the way.
Every time you give that message of eat your vegetables,
you gotta do it in a different way, though.
No, here's the problem. Every time you give that message of eat your vegetables, do your homework, go to bed early, drink water, Jacobus is saying, nah, fuck that shit. Eat some candy, bitch.
Jacobus is the devil.
Here goes some candy.
Remember that. Jacobus will literally.
I got some candy for you, girl. Here you go.
Jacobus, say for example, you hire Jacobus to do a accident. If you leave that nigga alone, he will have a full-on sexual assault on your.
I'm saying.
I mean that.
And I'm not happy about it.
Listen, nobody said I'm gonna listen to this nigga in any way whatsoever. The problem is, it's not that he's smart. It is because he is actually informed, but yet he chooses to take the evil route. He wants to take the route that's gonna bring more death and destruction to his own community. He is essentially one of the biggest coons in the room.
Yo, Concrete, I got a question for this nigga Lion, right? Lion, it says that Jesus was in the tomb 3 days, 3 nights, right? What day did he die?
Wednesday.
Wednesday? Alright. I don't disagree with your bitch ass now.
You think I don't read? I told you, you're fucking with the wrong one, Jacobus. You have a good day.
Nigga, you got that one, bitch. What the fuck?
I got that one because I read, nigga.
Nigga, we just question, nigga. What the fuck? You weren't supposed to get it wrong, nigga. I would've...
No, you was gonna hope I was gonna say some Good
No,
Friday.
I hope you got it right, nigga. At the end of the day,
You was hoping I was gonna say some Good Friday nonsense.
no, I'm glad you was saying that. Because,
Yeah, man, Israelites we read.
no, because nigga, in here, I was debating this over. It's right here, nigga. Toxic.
Oh, Toxic is a Christian. He's not an Israelite. They don't read.
Toxic is a Calvinist, so you know he got. Man, I don't know what's wrong with y'all niggas. Am I the only Christian that fundamentally understands?
So, Concrete, this is a kicker, too. There was 2 Sabbaths the week that Jesus died.
What? I never heard of that.
Yeah, he's right.
So, you got a, well, they don't like to see me say the high Sabbath. It's a high day. And you got the regular Sabbath. So, they killed him, like, right before the high Sabbath, and he rose right after the regular Sabbath.
Oh, this girl got the weirdest fucking. She got one of those balloon booties. She got the BBL. She thinks she look good too. That look ridiculous.
Niggas still be hollering.
It's crazy. No, you know what I'm talking about. She got the skinny bean
Yeah,
legs,
it's horrible.
and then it looks like a cartoon drawn on ass.
It's called the Ed Booty. Yo, Lion, bro. I think about how obviously we know good habits bring good results, bad habits bring bad results. And these women know they have bad habits. And they know it's brought them bad results. How are you going to change that? They are going to persist. It's also like a defense mechanism.
So the answer is they have to see the right way. So, for example,
Speak of the devil of bad women, there's a lot.
So the answer is, let's just say like you got some kids.
Rich, why you can't shut the fuck up?
Let's just say you got some young teenage kids.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not drunk. So
I said
right,
look.
Hey, bitch.
Weird.
Hey, bitch.
It's weird.
Hey, bitch. Hey, bitch. Hey, bitch. Hey, you know that one show like that used to have a robot?
Yeah,
and the
Forrest,
white man?
what's his
And they
name?
used to
Forrest
pound
is-
it during the movie
Monster
and
Bros.
shit like that.
Mystery Science
Yeah, that's exactly who the fuck Rich is. Rich is the man with the little robots that would have talked during
These
the
are my
fucking
robots.
movie.
All y'all my fucking robots, bro. Mystery Science
Absolutely.
Theater 3000, yeah. Y'all are my robots.
So the answer
No,
is I'm
my
gonna
robots.
use the
My
gender.
little-
Let's
my
just say
little
the
puppet.
Puppeteer.
You're
let's
not a
just
real
say
person.
let's just say the youth, right? The youth. We ain't gonna
Got
take
strings on your
We're
back.
just gonna say the youth. All right. So concrete. if a young man is growing up in a place where he's very limited on the information that he's able to absorb.
Freaky ass.
Nah, you can't even get a
This
passion.
generation is obviously overgrown. Her
Shut
elders
up.
attempted to shoot her, but not able to close enough to sleep because of lack of confidence. In this position, I can tell that the belly button is longer than the rest. This is likely because they sheared her standing and
I
were
know,
unable
and
to
you'll
reach
never do
her.
this.
She's very difficult, so there is no need from my end. She may not have been doing a professional shear, but she was doing a haircut, and that's all that
What
matters.
you would do is
She's
you
a
would
super good girl for me as I cleaned up that
introduce the
corporate
topic,
face.
Rich.
But she does need to wiggle a little bit for comfort as I get to
the
know her.
right way
This
to
is no
go.
problem. I
And
just wiggle her a
over
little bit
time,
to adjust for
you're not
comfort.
going to
I
win
am super
everybody,
thankful because in
but
this
over time,
situation, she
one
was
of those,
shorn
one
every
of
year, just not
one
as
or
close
more
as
of
we
the
would have
children in
liked
that
to. So
particular
there is
group are
no
going to go, hey,
heavy
wait a
batting
minute,
for
this
me to
isn't the
contend.
life I want to
Although
live.
this was a
Alright,
bit
how
long,
do y'all
I'm
feel
not
about
having to fight
Washington,
anything.
D.C.
I want to take this moment to say hi to some of my biggest
start.
fans.
We already talked
Is it
about it.
official that it's
Now that
working?
she's all done, I'd like to ask you guys,
when
I
it's
think I did.
When the
I know she's gonna feel a lot
You don't
better.
think it's a
I
good
can
thing? You think
imagine
Trump
wearing all
should
of that.
expand
If
it
it
to
wasn't
other
so stinky, I
cities?
think I could make it
I said
princess.
when the student,
This baby doll should
I
be
said
obviously
it before,
her own.
when the student is ready, the teacher will be.
If you're a small content creator, use
And
this.
that's what that
Clean
is.
up St. Louis then.
When the students are ready, the teacher will appear. And that's what that also applies with the women, that applies with children, that applies with society. But they have to see.
Rich, your autism is showing. Stop.
Lady, it's boring. You know it.
Background, but your
Oh, no, I was snoring. I was snoring, lady.
Every time you come off the mic, we hear all that extra air in your background. Can you
Is
stop?
that better right now, lady?
Just shut up, nigga.
Okay,
Go
that's
on
better.
mute.
Let me
Nobody
slow
talking
down.
to you. I think somebody dropped some money out of their pocket, but it could be.
Oh, I'll
weird.
pick
I mean,
that
it could be
shit up,
lazy.
bro. You
It-
drop
it
some
could
money
be
on the
lazy.
ground, this Jewel
We
pick
know
that
you
shit up.
will.
Yeah, I'll fit that stereotype. I'll pick pennies up too. I'll
That's
get
another one. She picked it up. A woman just.
All right, so
I'm
you think Trump should
leaving
roll?
in about 45 minutes.
That's
I'm
all
leaving
on
in
the
about
ground.
45 minutes.
All right, bye, lady.
Let me know when
Hey,
you're ready.
so do y'all think Trump should
No,
roll this shit out to
I'm
other
telling-
cities that are accepting of it?
Gosh, Rich, shut the hell up. Damn, for a second. Can't nobody else hear you. Nobody.
Can I go?
Lion, I'm leaving in 45 minutes. Ashley, what did you say?
Well, your daughter, she just left one store, and now she's going with a friend to the other store.
Ashley's busy.
Well, I'm leaving in 45 minutes. So.
Okay.
So if other
Do you
government, if
want
other,
to the Discord call? Wait a minute. Do you want to do the Discord call later on this evening?
You know what? I don't know if it's gonna even be today, Ashley.
Yeah, just let me know.
My weekend didn't go as planned, so maybe.
Yeah,
we
same
can-
here. I
we can
forgot about
together.
Labor Day. I
Let's,
forgot about Labor Day.
Maybe we can connect sometime this week when we got some downtime, because I don't think today gonna work.
Yeah, just let me know when you're
y'all
available.
think Trump should amend
Okay.
the law and he should run in 2028? I know Lion agreed with that.
Yo, Concrete.
Yo,
So this is my take on something.
going right back to being one.
So this is my take on something, and I want your opinion, bro. Jesus Christ forbids us taking an oath.
Alright, so Lion, do you think it'd be a good idea for Trump to run in
Why don't you let
2028?
your buddy
Yeah, you know that was.
Nah, he ain't talking about Beamer.
Let low key talk. You know how he get when he can't talk.
I'm gonna stay on Jacobus neck.
No, just
ahead,
keep
Jacob.
talking over Rich. He's not gonna stop. He's an autist. He just go keep doing it. So just continue the conversation. Just ignore him.
Thank you.
What were you saying, Monkey?
So Concrete, I was thinking about something. Me, I have a certain stance. You cannot be a Christian and a police officer and a Christian and a soldier. For two reasons. Not just because of the violence, but because of taking an oath. How do you feel about when Jesus forbids us taking an oath?
What do you mean when he says let your yes be yes and your no's be no?
When he says do not take an oath.
Where does it say that?
She gave me a speech. She gave a speech, and no one can understand. She raised her kids and said, "Me send me petitions. So it could save my life."
It's gonna be the yes, no.
It does say that, but it's talking about oath toward anything toward God or making an oath that you're basically swearing that you're going to.
Yeah. So listen to the thing. Listen, it says.
If you're a small.
I tell you, do not swear on an oath at all, either by heaven, or by God's throne, or by earth, or the footstool, or even by Jerusalem, or the city of the great king. Do not swear by your head, for you cannot make it even white or black. All you need to say is simply yes or no. Anything out of this comes just to the evil one. So now, nigga, why are you talking when I'm talking?
You don't even know what the scripture is.
Why are you talking when I'm
I'll lie. You said let my boy talk.
Exactly, like, man. So concrete. So I use this verse to say, you cannot take an oath. For a soldier or Christian cannot be a Christian or a police officer. For both of them take oaths in order to be employed inside their service.
I don't know. How do you define an oath?
Oath, man.
How do you define an oath? What is an oath?
I'll take
Solemnly swear.
Nigga, it's like a vow. It's like a promise.
Oh, are you trying to test him, Jacobus? Is this just like you trying to test him?
Yeah, that's
Concrete thing?
What the fuck is y'all doing? Yo, concrete.
No, I was asking a question.
I'm asking concrete and simple.
Yeah, lady, you did tell me be
I was trying to track the conversation, but go
It's
ahead.
just simply concrete. What do you think about this? Because it's no.
What's your definition of an oath?
So I believe it's like probably like take a vow.
to swear by a promise.
This nigga. But I'm going with like closer to like taking a vow. Yeah, and that's more what I'm liking it to.
Just change the word. Tell me what it is.
I don't even know the definition, but I said.
Well, look up the Hebraic definition. Not the English.
And he said this in the Greek. So the Greek word. Greek. Bible.
It's not just in the Greek, it's also in the Hebrew.
It was written in the Greek.
I don't want to argue this dumbass.
Nigga, it was written in the Greek. So
Also written in the Old Testament as well.
Nigga, can you show me a fucking Hebrew manuscript on Matthew? You cannot. So shut the fuck up.
No, we can show you the Hebraic
Exactly,
verse when it
nigga.
says
Exactly. Whatever. We're talking about this. So it says, this is a term for the oath itself, a solemn declaration or vow. Exactly. It can be found in context like Matthew 5:33, where he speaks of not breaking or taking oaths. So yeah, it's a vow, but it says a solemn declaration.
It's a vow, brother.
A vow, nigga. You just asked me. I told you it's a
Listen,
vow.
you see how you struggling to come up with an answer?
He thought this out.
Trying to put you
Because he thought this out, Concrete.
Loki, I want to point out.
Rich up. Somebody should rich up.
No, that's not gonna happen. You gotta move him. You gotta move. You can't control.
You asked me for the
You can't control.
Let them have that back and forth.
Look, you asked me for a
Okay, you in the Matrix or is that me?
Nah,
You
we
asked me.
It's you.
You asked me for a definition.
I know what I asked you. Do you notice
And
that
then
you're
I
having
told you a
difficulty?
definition of a vow.
Do you know?
Now
you
you want a definition of a vow. So now
Do you see how you're having difficulty answering the question?
What question that I did not answer?
What is an oath?
A vow.
What is a vow?
Now we gotta go for a vow.
Exactly. You're struggling, brother.
It's a solemn promise.
You know why you're struggling, brother?
It's a solemn promise.
You know why you're struggling, brother? Okay, so you're saying God doesn't allow us to do promises?
A solemn promise, yeah.
You think God doesn't allow us to? You think God doesn't want us to do promises?
I believe so.
What? You don't
I
believe?
believe
What
so.
about
You don't
marriage?
believe that? You don't believe
He
that?
just told you not to
Let
take
them
an oath.
have it. Let them have it. Let them have it, last one.
So you can't make a promise to your wife that you're gonna take her out on a date on Friday? You think God wants you not to do that?
So all right. So how do you define an oath then?
Oh no, this is your definition, brother.
I know I got mine. So now how do you define it?
So does that make sense to you?
It makes sense in the context of what you.
No, it don't. Stop lying. It doesn't make sense.
So how do you define the oath?
You have to figure it out, brother.
Wait,
you have to figure it out. You got to figure out how to define it so it makes sense in context of this scripture. Sorry, brother.
This is the definition of the word.
Yes, keep thinking about it, brother.
Or vow.
So you think the definition that we have today is the same definition that they used back then?
This is the Greek definition.
Brother. Do you think it's changed or has any different meanings, brother? Come on, Jacobus.
Wait, hold on.
Keep thinking, brother.
No, hold on, wait. Because there's a little funny shit going on.
Good afternoon.
You're slipping, Jacobus. So you should have knocked this out before you start this argument.
Look, there's two words being used here. One is hermos and one is omnioi. And both is saying one is to take a vow and one is to
really? That's all the people that said hi to you, Violet? Just lady? Is that it?
I look back
I better Puerto Rican.
I said good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah.
But then you gonna give special privileges to lady? You can't say good afternoon, concrete by name, rich by name. What? We chop liver over here?
Concrete, why are you so jealous of the love that people have for me?
Ain't nobody jealous. Listen, I'm just asking why we're chop liver.
Nah, concrete, define that shit, because I'm using
keep thinking about it, brother. Come back when you're done thinking about it.
Violet, he wants his own special hello. He wants his own special hello.
My name, thank you. In
He wants
English
his
and
own
in Spanish.
Wow. He wants his own
English and in
intimate.
Spanish.
Concreta, okay?
See, look,
see? Creta.
Look at her, tickle pin. Tickle pin.
Anyway, go ahead, low-key and
I think Jacobus, I think Lion wanted to say something about that. We done figured out Jacobus.
First of
need to
all,
go back to the
he's
drawing.
trying to put you in a blender.
Oh, he gotta figure it out a little bit more.
Get him, low-key, get him.
Yeah, exactly. But now my first, this brother asked me, what does it mean to take an oath? I said, I believe if you force me to say a vow. What does it mean? So we look it up and it says to make a solemn promise or a vow. So I was correct. So what does a vow mean, we asked. Now we wanted to get more technical. So when we look it up, it says a solemn declaration. So now we hear Christ telling us not to take a solemn declaration, a vow, an oath, or not to swear at all. And now we have police officers taking the oath, swearing right before they enlist inside their service. We also have people doing it inside the courthouse when they put their hand on the Bible and they swear directly and they take an oath unto God, which they are forbidden to. So all I'm saying is 3 instances in our society we have where people take oaths and they go against Christ. I say you cannot be a Christian.
You misread it, brother. You misread it.
All right, so partially correct. Deuteronomy, I always say Deuteronomy 30. Let's start with 2. This is Moses. He was talking to the children of Israel. And he states in there, let me pull it up real quick. Okay, all right. So it talks about vows. Numbers, concrete, numbers 30. And it says here, and Moses spake unto the heads of the tribes concerning the children of Israel, saying, this is the thing which the Lord had commanded. If a man vow a vow unto the Lord, I'm going to repeat it, unto the Lord, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceeded out of his mouth. That's also why I was angry with Kazi. All right. Let's see. And if a woman also vow a vow unto the Lord and bind herself by a bond, being in her father's house in her youth, and her father hear a vow, and her bond wherewith he had bound her soul. So this is about soul binding. An oath is about binding your soul to the things that comes out of your mouth. If you break these things, you condemn yourself. If you make an oath, you condemn yourself. That's where you're partially correct. So your statement is that the police officers who go through the entire process and then they make an oath to uphold the law. They say, I do solemnly swear to uphold the law. Solemnly swear to uphold the law. It's in the word. See, these are verbal contracts that binds a person to certain things, or the hypocritical oath.
Now, in the courthouse, is that a proper example as well?
Wait, so what's the issue? Hold on, I think y'all missed it.
He believes that you can't. His problem is he believes that if you make an oath according to Matthew 5 and 33, or 32, 33, and 34, that's pertaining to you shouldn't do it at all, and in context at all, in any way whatsoever. But what he's actually saying is basically be careful of the things that comes out of your mouth. That's it. That's the message.
He said do not do it. He said do not do it.
Because you will bind yourself.
Concrete. How do you take do not do it?
Listen, brother.
It's a warning.
Brothers, I feel like you guys have missed it. There's a little subtlety, and
You should be able to just articulate, in my view, Christ is X.
And I'm not perfect, and when I'm wrong, I admit I'm wrong. But I don't.
You're
not. I don't know the Bible. I don't know the Bible like that. But I do have verses that I can go back and forth.
Let's look at the fruit fine.
Like him saying he hated Esau. I mean, right. What?
Yeah, we're not anywhere near there yet. Right now, you're just telling us what is Jesus. That's all we want from you.
He's the son of the Father. He's God's fruit. He was sent here to tell us that we don't have to kill animals. Like, what other answers do you want?
I want you to do what you said. You said you were going to get a Bible verse, so I'm trying to talk for 2 seconds while presumably you're Googling a Bible verse. I wanted in the meantime to show you how this process works. So please look up your Bible verse. Let us know the second you have it. I've done the same, and I've been waiting to tell you for the last 20 minutes. You talked about the Sabbath being on a Friday. I kept telling you the first century church met on a Sunday. You kept acting like it wasn't in the Bible. So here's what I did. I looked for the Bible verse, right? Acts 20, verse 7. On the first day of the week, they were gathered together to break bread. This was for their meeting. That's when they observed this Sabbath. That's the answer. So it is in the first day of the week. That's Sunday. Now, please, you do the same. You found the verse for Jesus being a fruit or whatever.
I'm back now.
Now, this is why the Chinese... Shut up. This is why the Chinese are so far ahead.
I'm back. I ain't done with your fool ass. Point, be quiet right quick, point. Speak it. Don't give a...
No, Violet, I even came with lesbian comedy for you.
Go ahead, Concrete.
It's a date, Rich.
Like, yo, Rich, follow protocol. Stand with the crew.
So, y'all have conflated oath with swearing, and swearing and oath is the issue. Swearing an oath. The yes is a promise. Will you do it? Yes. Will you not do it? No. Those are the oaths. The swearing, which I take to be like some sort of wagering, right? So it's basically...
I swear to God, I swear on my kids. I swear on my mama.
Are you doing it, bro? Are you all right, bro? Can you just chill, bro? Chill. Come on, how long y'all gonna put up with Rich, man? Like, the goo is not that far away.
Desperate pleading.
What are we doing?
All right, so
what are we doing?
I'm after you.
The goo is not that far away. Let him chill in the goo for a little bit. Because he can't control himself.
Let them have their powwow, y'all.
Put him in the group.
But I swear...
If you don't vote Bart to be the next one, I'm never fucking with any of you again. I got the screenshot. Every single one of you standing
Don't be fucking with me, toxic.
But I swear unto... But I say unto you...
with any single person here again that don't Bart.
Fuck up. Fuck up.
All right. But I say unto you...
I'm a principal man. I know who made me.
All right.
Well, the Barthology gave me the shit.
All right.
Go ahead with your gay preaching.
All right, brother. And I say unto you, swear not at all. Swear not at all. Neither by heaven, for it is God's throne. So it's basically you're wagering or pledging something as a guarantee of your promise. Such that if you do not promise it, this thing is in limbo, or this thing should be like granted. and basically it's telling you can't swear or pledge anything that doesn't belong to you.
All right. So you ready?
Right? So 1 second, brother. I didn't rush you, man. So you're conflating a promise, which is an oath, with the swearing, which is a pledging. And again, we'll just read it to make sure. But I say unto you, swear not at all. It doesn't say about oaths. It says swearing, neither by heaven, for it is God's throne that belongs to God, nor by earth, for it is his footstool, again, his possession, neither by Israel, by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king, again, belongs to God. Neither shalt thou swear by thy head, your own body, because thou cannot make one hair white or black, again, doesn't belong to you. But let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay, for whatsoever is more than these cometh from evil.
Right.
Y'all conflated swearing and promises,
right.
Which is pledgings and promises.
All right, your knowledge, you there? Knowledge. Motherfucker.
Just hurry up, make your point.
Alright, so look at this. Now, I'm gonna start off like this and read Matthew 5:34 to 37 from the ESV. But I say to you, do not take an oath at all, either by heaven, for it is the throne of God, or by earth, for it is his footstool, or by Jerusalem. For it is the city of the great king, and do not take an oath by your head, for you cannot make one hair white or black. Let what you say simply be yes or no. Anything more comes from evil. Now, the brother of Jesus Christ echoes this same teaching later, where he says, above all my brothers, do not swear, either by heaven or by earth, or by any other oath, or let your yes be a yes and your no be a no, so that you may not fall under condemnation. Now, this is why I need people to understand that within the Greek language, there is a certain position that the English lacks. So I asked ChatGPT, is the word oath or swear used in Matthews? It says, good question. In the original Greek, Matthews 5:34, the word osmose, which comes from the word amnu, to swear or to take an oath, it literally means the same thing. So I asked it, does it mean to take an oath or to swear? Jesus is talking about the same thing in biblical Greek. To swear literally means to take an oath. So this is why I'm reading from one translation that says to take an oath and another that says to swear. So both of them literally means the same thing for the definition of the word you.
Dave, you still
and you're struggling with it. It's so basic.
I understand exactly.
You are.
No, I understand.
That right here, hey, Badger, that was so simple and easy.
I know, I understand.
Hey, Badger, that was not complicated.
That's why I understand it.
Badger, well, act like you do. That was as dumb and as simple as it could possibly get. That was dumb and as simple as it.
I think you
I'm gonna repeat myself every time you cut me off.
I feel like you're
that was as dumb and as simple as it could possibly get. A freaking 3-year-old that is knowledgeable, which my son was very bright when he was 3.
So this isn't higher math anymore?
Hey, look.
Is this the lower end math?
Hey, Badger, this is why you don't understand nothing when it comes to God.
I don't understand nothing?
You don't understand a thing because you struggle with obedience. Hey, Badger.
Earlier you said that
you don't listen because the only way you're going to obey is to listen. You don't listen, number one, and you hear that you
way better than you do.
I can't tell.
Oh, I can't. Everyone else can tell.
Tell me what I just said about God.
You said that God is a mystery and that you are spoken to in special ways. Right?
Y'all hear this?
And that you have a very private and personal relationship with the God of the cosmos, but you won't tell us what he tells you. Except that I need Jesus. That's what I've heard you say so far.
You displayed that you didn't listen to nothing.
What did I miss?
You didn't highlight the main thing I highlighted.
What was the main thing? Sorry, I missed that.
No, it doesn't matter.
You don't want so it wasn't that important. Okay.
Nope, not to you.
Well, not to anyone apparently, because you're not a speaker for God. You're not a share.
Badger.
You want to tell us what he tells you?
In order for you to hear from
God, these guys who hear from God,
Badger.
Prophets usually share what they're told by God, but these other mini prophets don't want to share.
I'm done with you, bro.
Okay,
I'm done.
Thanks.
I appreciate it. Man. To the audience. So again, don't act like you want to know more about God, and then not listen to know more about God. You sound ignorant, very ignorant. Somebody with your intelligent level to know natural things, because you sound like you're like naturally smart. And what I mean by that, I bet you have a decent IQ with basic comprehension of things, because you come off that way. That's a compliment to the reality of, hey, that will go good in this lifetime to be successful at certain things in this lifetime, right? But you're completely blinded to what matters most. Your smarts and your intelligence in this lifetime, and this is for anybody, this is why he left, because he doesn't want to hear the truth. He has no desire to hear the truth. He can't even take a compliment to get his attention to hear the truth. It's because he doesn't really want to know who God is. And this is what we hear on display. He doesn't care to know who God is. He only wants to combat and refute God. And I know this because if y'all don't know, Honey Badger has come through the room several times. And I've had conversations with him several times before, and it's consistently the same thing. But something in my heart always has me to give him a moment before he starts acting like that. And that's just the bottom line is anybody who was listening to the discussion, you want to know more about God, get a relationship with God. You want to know how to get a relationship with God, look at Jesus Christ. No Jesus Christ, no relationship with God, period. I don't care who you think you are, who you thought you were. In this day we live, I'm not talking about the Old Testament, when Jesus Christ was not even mentioned. I'm not talking about that. And I can beg to defer on people actually having a relationship with the Son even then. But that's a whole different point. It wasn't known that way. It was known as God Almighty, so we'll leave.
Y'all see why I'm the senior pastor of Chillism? Thank you very much.
No. Wait, hold on. So what we're having here, I think you're in some instances saying the exact same thing, and in others you have a dividing position. Let's just get to the point though. The swearing and oaths and pledges are all the same thing. What the issue here is, according to the book, especially in Numbers 30, which I said, which is what Christ is mentioning in Matthew 5 and 30. He's mentioning Numbers 30. I want you to understand that's where he's taking it from. He's saying the same thing that Moses said before, which is don't make any oaths that you know that you can't keep. Don't swear by any God or heaven or any of that stuff that you can't keep. Hold on. That you can't keep. That's what's actually being stated here. You can't keep any of these things. So he's saying that. Wait a second. He's saying that it is best that you don't make any of this stuff at all, because what you are actually doing is binding your soul to your words, and these words are going to be used against you. That's what he's saying.
The concrete, you peep what he said. The first thing this nigga Lion said.
Could I give him an excuse?
Hold on. So again, are you going to, Lion, do you promise to beat up on Jazzy next time she comes? Yes. I don't believe you. I swear on my kids, I'm gonna beat up on Jazzy next time she comes. Boom. That's the difference.
No, that's one.
One of them is your promise.
Oh, that's a threat of violence.
1 second, sir. One of them is the promise. Yes, I will beat up on Jazzy next time she comes in the room. The other one is you putting a pledge, collateral on top of the promise, brother. And that's the issue. Case closed.
We're not even arguing that. We understand that what you're doing is the collateral is heaven. The collateral is God. The collateral is your own life or your children's lives or people that you claim. We hear people do this. They break this oath all the time, every day. You can go online and you hear niggas saying, oh God, I'm this and blah, 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 blah. All you're doing is tying yourself by the law. You're tying your souls to whatever it is that you're saying. And if that shit ain't true or it doesn't come out, you've condemned yourself. Hence why Christ is saying what he's saying. So don't do those things.
All right, so in front of concrete, I want you to say it again.
Well, maybe not overdue, but this mama is carrying a lot of weight with 3 babies in there.
Yes.
All right, now secondly, are you saying when Christ spoke
It's
in
important
Matthew
to trim up
19:9,
those
is he
engorged
saying the
udders
same
before the
thing as
babies
Moses
get
when
here.
he gave
It's
that
also
exception?
good to trim up the back area so it all stays sanitary
So
after
now
the birthing.
concrete, you
I'm
keep what
thinking
you
maybe
just
she'd
said, so
like
you
to
basically
see the
said
efforts of
Jesus
her hard
Christ
work, so we're gonna
just
trim
came
that
back
top
to say
knot in
the
her
same
face
thing
real
as
good.
Moses.
I feel like if
Now
something
watch
turned my
what
body into a wide load back
one
truck,
of his
I'd
brothers
want to
say
see what it
inside
was
the book
too.
in the
I
New
imagine
Testament.
being
He
twirled around
says
on
if
your rump like a
righteousness could have
circus
came
and
through
leg
the law,
reformer when
then
you're this
Jesus
pregnant
Christ
is
died
not
for
very
nothing.
comfortable. So the main goal
So
is
it's
to get this done
obvious
as
Jesus
quickly as
Christ did
possible.
not
I won't be
come to
going back
teach
for
you
all
the
the
same
riches
thing
I leave
Moses
behind.
taught you,
Well,
nor did
maybe
he agree with
one
the
or two.
Pharisees
But
and the
the main goal
scribes of
is to
his
get this
time.
big old
So
mama
what
back
we
on
can
her feet
conclude
with
now
no
through
nicks.
deductive
It
reasoning
is
is
significantly
that
more
Lion
difficult
would
for
have
me
been
to
a
shear around a
Pharisee
belly
or a
like this.
scribe
The ridge
running
is left
against
behind
Christ
are my
himself
attempt not to
if he
neck
lived
this
back
precious
then.
skin.
Here,
This
just
is
to
a
confirm,
6-minute
the
function
Bible
not
tells you
fashion
in the New
haircut.
Testament
And all
that
their
there's
friends
some
said they
people
liked
in
it
your church
anyways.
that are meant for
We need to
contention.
use bread
Don't
and
worry,
overdue.
they've been
Well,
here
maybe
since
not
they
overdue,
tell you
but
they've
this
been
mama
here
is.
since the beginning. Since the beginning of time. It's the same wicked spirit. Lion has to
You
be
a demon in
exorcised.
here trying to
He
sell
has to be
seed, Jehovah.
baptized. And I say it right now in front of him. If the opportunity came, if he was in front of me and he was, I'll drag that nigga to a bathtub and force you to baptize that nigga.
Nigga, I will shove that damn yarmulke down your damn throat. You won't
Look at how I'm in the car.
You won't
Hey,
baptize
baby,
shit.
hold on for a minute. Baby.
Okay.
Baby, hold on. Look. Let's let the Bible speak. So this is Christ saying the exact same thing I'm saying. You stupid, uneducated buffoon. This is 1 John 2 and 7. And what it says here is, this is Jesus saying, I'm gonna show you much more too. It says, dear friends, I am not writing you a new commandment, but an old one, which you have had since the beginning. This old commandment is the message you have heard. 1 John 2 and 7. Christ is only repeating what Moses said. You fucking idiot. And I'm going to show you that again. It's all over the Bible. Watch
Just
this.
like Christ does all the time in the New Testament.
Exactly. You moron. Watch this. Let me show you something.
Truly, truly, I say to you before Abraham.
So let's go to
was
John 5.
I am the Alpha.
John 5 and 46. It said, I'm
When she was 33 years old, did you not know that the Jewish people,
And we're at 610. I want to get Thomas Massey has his own. Yes, this is John Kitover.
The sayings of the Buddha. We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts we make the world. Speak or act with an impure mind, and trouble will follow you as the wheel follows the ox that draws the cart. We are what we think. All that we are arises.
The Dhammapada, the sayings of the Buddha, translated by F. Max Muller and narrated by Robin Homer. Chapter 1. The Twin Verses. All that we are is the result of what we have thought. It is founded on our thoughts. It is made up of our thoughts. If a man speaks or acts with an evil thought, pain follows him, as the wheels follow the foot of the ox that draws the carriage. All that we are is the result of what we have thought. It is founded on our thoughts. It is made up of our thoughts. If a man speaks or acts with a pure thought, happiness follows him, like a shadow that never leaves him. He abused me, he beat me, he defeated me, he robbed me. In those who harbour such thoughts, hatred will never cease. He abused me, he beat me, he defeated me, he robbed me. In those who do not harbour such thoughts, hatred will cease. For hatred does not cease by hatred at any time. Hatred ceases by love. This is an old rule. The world does not know that we must all come to an end here, but those who know it, their quarrels cease at once. He who lives looking for pleasures only, his senses uncontrolled, immoderate in his food, idle and weak, Mara, the tempter, will certainly overthrow him, as the wind throws down a weak tree. He who lives without looking for pleasures, his senses well controlled, moderate in his food, faithful and strong, him Mara will certainly not overthrow, any more than the wind throws down a rocky mountain. He who wishes to put on the yellow dress without having cleansed himself from sin, who disregards temperance and truth, is unworthy of the yellow dress. But he who has cleansed himself from sin, is well grounded in all virtues, and regards also temperance and truth, he is indeed worthy of the yellow dress. They who imagine truth in untruth, and see untruth in truth, never arrive at truth, but follow vain desires. They who know truth in truth, and untruth in untruth, arrive at truth, and follow true desires. As rain breaks through an ill-thatched house, passion will break through an unreflecting mind. As rain does not break through a well-thatched house, passion will not break through a well-reflecting mind. The evildoer mourns in this world, and he mourns in the next. He mourns in both. He mourns and suffers when he sees the evil of his own work. The virtuous man delights in this world, and he delights in the next. He delights in both. He delights and rejoices when he sees the purity of his own work. The evildoer suffers in this world, and he suffers in the next. He suffers in both. He suffers when he thinks of the evil he has done. He suffers more when going on the evil path. The virtuous man is happy in this world, and he is happy in the next. He is happy in both. He is happy when he thinks of the good he has done. He is still more happy when going on the good path. The thoughtless man, even if he can recite a large portion of the law, but is not a doer of it, has no share in the priesthood, but is like a cowherd, counting the cows of others. The follower of the law, even if he can recite only a small portion of it, but having forsaken passion and hatred and foolishness, possesses true knowledge and serenity of mind, he, caring for nothing in this world or that to come, has indeed a share in the priesthood. Chapter 2. On Earnestness. Earnestness is the path of immortality, nirvana. Thoughtlessness, the path of death. Those who are in earnest do not die. Those who are thoughtless are as if dead already. Those who are advanced in earnestness, having understood this clearly, delight in earnestness, and rejoice in the knowledge of the Arias, the elect. These wise people, meditative, steady, always possessed of strong powers, attain to nirvana, the highest happiness. If an earnest person has roused himself, if he is not forgetful, if his deeds are pure, if he acts with consideration, if he restrains himself and lives according to law, then his glory will increase. By rousing himself, by earnestness, by restraint and control, the wise man may make for himself an island which no flood can overwhelm. Fools follow after vanity, men of evil wisdom. The wise man keeps earnestness as his best jewel. Follow not after vanity, nor after the enjoyment of love and lust. He who is earnest and meditative obtains ample joy. When the learned man drives away vanity by earnestness, he, the wise, climbing the terrace heights of wisdom, looks down upon the fools, Serene he looks upon the toiling crowd, as one that stands on a mountain looks down upon them that stand upon the plain. Earnest among the thoughtless, awake among the sleepers, the wise man advances like a racer, leaving behind the hack. By earnestness did Magavan, Indra, rise to the lordship of the gods. People praise earnestness. Thoughtlessness is always blamed. A bhikshu, mendicant, who delights in earnestness, who looks with fear on thoughtlessness, moves about like fire, burning all his fetters, small or large. A bhikshu, mendicant, who delights in reflection, who looks with fear on thoughtlessness, cannot fall away from his perfect state. He is close upon nirvana. Chapter 3. Thought. As a fletcher makes straight his arrow, a wise man makes straight his trembling and unsteady thought, which is difficult to guard, difficult to hold back. As a fish taken from his watery home and thrown on dry ground, our thought trembles all over in order to escape the dominion of Mara, the tempter. It is good to tame the mind, which is difficult to hold in and flighty, rushing wherever it listeth. A tamed mind brings happiness. Let the wise man guard his thoughts, for they are difficult to perceive, very artful, and they rush wherever they list. Thoughts well guarded bring happiness. Those who bridle their mind, which travels far, moves about alone, is without a body, and hides in the chamber of the heart, will be free from the bonds of Mara, the tempter. If a man's thoughts are unsteady, if he does not know the true law, if his peace of mind is troubled, his knowledge will never be perfect. If a man's thoughts are not dissipated, if his mind is not perplexed, if he has ceased to think of good or evil, then there is no fear for him while he is watchful. Knowing that this body is fragile like a jar, and making this thought firm like a fortress, one should attack Mara the tempter with the weapon of knowledge. One should watch him when conquered, and should never rest. Before long, alas, this body will lie on the earth, despised, without understanding, like a useless log. Whatever a hater may do to a hater, nor an enemy to an enemy, a wrongly directed mind will do us greater mischief. Not a mother, not a father will do so much, nor any other relative. A well-directed mind will do us greater service. Chapter 4. Flowers. Who shall overcome this earth, and the world of Yama, the lord of the departed, and the world of the gods? Who shall find out the plainly shown path of virtue, as a clever man finds out the right flower? The disciple will overcome the earth, and the world of Yama, and the world of the gods. The disciple will find the plainly shown path of virtue, as a clever man finds out the right flower. He who knows that this body is like froth, and has learnt that it is as unsubstantial as a mirage, will break the flower-pointed arrow of Mara, and never see the king of death. Death carries off a man who is gathering flowers and whose mind is distracted, as a flood carries off a sleeping village. Death subdues a man who is gathering flowers and whose mind is distracted, before he is satiated in his pleasures. As the bee collects nectar and departs without injuring the flower, or its colour or scent, so let the sage dwell in his village. Not the perversities of others, not their sins of commission or omission, but his own misdeeds and negligences should a sage take notice of. Like a beautiful flower, full of colour but without scent, are the fine but fruitless words of him who does not act accordingly. But like a beautiful flower, full of colour and full of scent, are the fine and fruitful words of him who acts accordingly. As many kinds of wreaths can be made from a heap of flowers, so many good things may be achieved by a mortal when once he is born. The scent of flowers does not travel against the wind, nor that of sandalwood or of tagara and malika flowers, but the odour of good people travels even against the wind. A good man pervades every place. Sandalwood or tagara, a lotus flower or a vasiki, among these sorts of perfumes, the perfume of virtue is unsurpassed. Mean is the scent that comes from tagara and sandalwood. The perfume of those who possess virtue rises up to the gods as the highest. Of the people who possess these virtues, who live without thoughtlessness, and who are emancipated through true knowledge, Mara, the tempter, never finds the way. As on a heap of rubbish cast upon the highway, the lily will grow full of sweet perfume and delight, thus the disciple of the truly enlightened Buddha shines forth by his knowledge among those who are like rubbish, among the people that walk in darkness. Chapter 5. The Fool. Long is the night to him who is awake. Long is a mile to him who is tired. Long is life to the foolish who do not know the true law. If a traveller does not meet with one who is his better or his equal, let him firmly keep to his solitary journey. There is no companionship with a fool. These sons belong to me, and this wealth belongs to me. With such thoughts, a fool is tormented. He himself does not belong to himself. How much less sons and wealth? The fool who knows his foolishness is wise at least so far, but a fool who thinks himself wise, he is a fool indeed. If a fool be associated with a wise man, even all his life, he will perceive the truth as little as a spoon perceives the taste of soup. If an intelligent man be associated for 1 minute only with a wise man, he will soon perceive the truth, as the tongue perceives the taste of soup. Fools of little understanding have themselves for their greatest enemies, for they do evil deeds which must bear bitter fruits. That deed is not well done of which a man must repent, and the reward of which... No, that deed is well done of which a man does not repent, and the reward of which he receives gladly and cheerfully. As long as the evil deed does not bear fruit, the fool thinks it is like honey, but when it ripens, then the fool suffers grief. Let a fool, month after month, eat his food, like an ascetic, with the tip of a blade of kusa grass. Yet he is not worth the 16th particle of those who have well weighed the law. An evil deed, like newly drawn milk, does not turn suddenly. Smouldering, like fire covered by ashes, it follows the fool. And when the evil deed, after it has become known, brings sorrow to the fool, then it destroys his bright lot. Nay, it cleaves his head. Let the fool wish for a false reputation, for precedence among the bhikshus, for lordship in the convents, for worship among other people. May both the layman and he who has left the world think that this is done by me. May they be subject to me in everything which is to be done or is not to be done. Thus is the mind of the fool, and his desire and pride increase. One is the road that leads to wealth, another the road that leads to nirvana. If the bhikshu, the disciple of Buddha, has learnt this, he will not yearn for honour, he will strive after separation from the world. Chapter 6. The Wise Man, or Pandita. If you see an intelligent man who tells you where true treasures are to be found, who shows you what is to be avoided, and administers reproofs, follow that wise man. It will be better, not worse, for those who follow him. Let him admonish, let him teach, let him forbid what is improper. He will be beloved of the good, by the bad he will be hated. Do not have evildoers for friends. Do not have low people for friends. Have virtuous people for friends. Have for friends the best of men. He who drinks in the law lives happily with a serene mind. The sage rejoices always in the law, as preached by the elect, the Arias. Well makers lead the water wherever they like. Fletchers bend the arrow. Carpenters bend a log of wood. Wise people fashion themselves. A solid rock is not shaken by the wind. Wise people falter not amidst blame and praise. Wise people, after they have listened to the laws, become serene, like a deep, smooth and still lake.
Isa.
Good people walk on
Set my
whatever
friend
they
Isa the watermelon.
Good do not prattle, longing for pleasure. Whether touched by happiness or sorrow, wise people never appear elated or depressed. If, whether for his own sake or for the sake of others, a man wishes neither for a son, nor for wealth, nor for lordship, and if he does not wish for his own success by unfair means, then he is good, wise, and virtuous. Few are there among men who arrive at the other shore, become arhats. The other people here run up and down the shore. But those who, when the law has been well preached to them, follow the law, will pass across the dominion of death, however difficult to overcome. A wise man should leave the dark state of ordinary life and follow the bright state of the bhikshu. After going from his home to a homeless state, he should, in his retirement, look for enjoyment where there seemed to be no enjoyment. Leaving all pleasures behind, and calling nothing his own, the wise man should purge himself from all the troubles of the mind. Those whose mind is well grounded in the 7 elements of knowledge, who, without clinging to anything, rejoice in freedom from attachment, whose appetites have been conquered, and who are full of light, are free even in this world. Chapter 7. The Venerable, or Arhat. There is no suffering for him who has finished his journey and abandoned grief, who has freed himself on all sides and thrown off all fetters. They depart with their thoughts well collected. They are not happy in their abode. Like swans who have left their lake, they leave their house and home. Men who have no riches, who live on recognized food, who have perceived void and the unconditioned freedom of nirvana, their path is difficult to understand, like that of birds in the air. He whose appetites are stilled, who is not absorbed in enjoyment, who has perceived void and the unconditioned freedom of nirvana, his path is difficult to understand, like that of birds in the air. The gods even envy him whose senses, like horses well broken in by the driver, have been subdued, who is free from pride and free from appetites. Such a one who does his duty is tolerant like the earth, like Indra's bolt. He is like a lake without mud. No new births are in store for him. His thought is quiet. Quiet are his word and deeds, when he has obtained freedom by true knowledge, when he has thus become a quiet man. The man who is free from credulity, but knows the uncreated, who has cut all ties, removed all temptations, renounced all desires, he is the greatest of men. In a hamlet or in a forest, or in the deep water or on the dry land, wherever venerable persons, Arhanta, dwell, that place is delightful. Forests are delightful. Where the world finds no delight, there the passionless will find delight, for they look not for pleasures. Chapter 8. The Thousands. Even though a speech be 1,000 words, but made up of senseless words, one word of sense is better, which if a man hears, he becomes quiet. Even though a gatha, poem, be 1,000 words, but made up of senseless words, one word of a gatha is better, which if a man hears, he becomes quiet. Though a man recite 100 gathas, made up of senseless words, one word of the law is better, which if a man hears, he becomes quiet. If one man conquer in battle 1,000 times thousands men, and if another conquer himself, he is the greatest of conquerors. One's own self conquered is better than all other people. Not even a god, a Gandharva, not Mara with Brahman could change into defeat the victory of a man who has vanquished himself, and always lives under restraint. If a man for 100 years sacrifice month after month with 1,000, and if he but for one moment pay homage to a man whose soul is grounded in true knowledge, better is that homage than sacrifice for 100 years. If a man for 100 years worship Agni, fire, in the forest, and if he but for one moment pay homage to a man whose soul is grounded in true knowledge, better is that homage than sacrifice for 100 years. Whatever a man sacrifice in this world as an offering or as an oblation for a whole year in order to gain merit, the whole of it is not worth a farthing. Reverence shown to the righteous is better. He who always greets and constantly reveres the aged, 4 things will increase to him: life, beauty, happiness, power. But he who lives 100 years, vicious and unrestrained, a life of one day is better if a man is virtuous and reflecting. And he who lives 100 years, ignorant and unrestrained, a life of one day is better if a man is wise and reflecting. And he who lives 100 years, idle and weak, a life of one day is better if a man has attained firm strength. And he who lives 100 years, not seeing beginning and end, a life of one day is better if a man sees beginning and end. And he who lives 100 years, not seeing the immortal place, a life of one day is better if a man sees the immortal place. And he who lives 100 years, not seeing the highest law, a life of one day is better if a man sees the highest law. Chapter 9. Evil. If a man would hasten towards the good, he should keep his thought away from evil. If a man does what is good slothfully, his mind delights in evil. If a man commits a sin, let him not do it again. Let him not delight in sin. Pain is the outcome of evil. If a man does what is good, let him do it again. Let him delight in it. Happiness is the outcome of good. Even an evildoer sees happiness as long as his evil deed has not ripened. But when his evil deed has ripened, then does the evildoer see evil. Even a good man sees evil days as long as his good deed has not ripened. But when his good deed has ripened, then does the good man see happy days. Let no man think lightly of evil, saying in his heart, "It will not come nigh unto me." Even by the falling of water drops, a water pot is filled. The fool becomes full of evil, even if he gather it little by little. Let no man think lightly of good, saying in his heart, "It will not come nigh unto me." Even by the falling of water drops, a water pot is filled. The wise man becomes full of good, even if he gather it little by little. Let a man avoid evil deeds as a merchant. If he has few companions and carries much wealth, avoids a dangerous road. As a man who loves life, avoids poison. He who has no wound on his hand may touch poison with his hand. Poison does not affect one who has no wound, nor is there evil for one who does not commit evil. If a man offend a harmless, pure and innocent person, the evil falls back upon that fool, like light dust thrown up against the wind. Some people are born again. Evildoers go to hell, righteous people go to heaven. Those who are free from all worldly desires attain nirvana. Not in the sky, not in the midst of the sea, not if we enter the clefts of the mountains, is there known a spot in the whole world where a man may be freed from an evil deed. Not in the sky, not in the midst of the sea, not if we enter the clefts of the mountains, is there known a spot in the whole world where death could not overcome the law. Chapter 10. Punishment. All men tremble at punishment. All men fear death. Remember that you are like unto them, and do not kill, nor cause slaughter. All men tremble at punishment. All men love life. Remember that you are like unto them, and do not kill, nor cause slaughter. He who, seeking his own happiness, punishes or kills beings who also long for happiness, will not find happiness after death. He who, seeking his own happiness, does not punish or kill beings who also long for happiness, will find happiness after death. Do not speak harshly to anybody. Those who are spoken to will answer thee in the same way. Angry speech is painful. Blows for blows will touch thee. If, like a shattered metal gong, you utter not, then you have reached nirvana. Contention is not known to you. As a cowherd with his staff drives his cows into the stable, so do age and death drive the life of men. A fool does not know when he commits his evil deeds, but the wicked man burns by his own deeds, as if burnt by fire. He who inflicts pain on innocent and harmless persons will soon come to one of these 10 states. He will have cruel suffering, loss, injury of the body, heavy affliction or loss of mind, or a misfortune coming from the king, or a fearful accusation, or loss of relations, or destruction of treasures, or lightning fire will burn his houses, and when his body is destroyed, the fool will go to hell. Not nakedness, not plaited hair, not dirt, not fasting or lying on the earth, not rubbing with dust, not sitting motionless, can purify a mortal who has not overcome desires. He who, though dressed in fine apparel, exercises tranquility, is quiet, subdued, restrained, chaste, and has ceased to find fault with all other beings, he indeed is a Brahmana, an ascetic, Sramana, a friar, bhikshu. Is there in this world any man so restrained by humility that he does not mind reproof, as a well-trained horse the whip? Like a well-trained horse when touched by the whip, be you active and lively, and by faith, by virtue, by energy, by meditation, by discernment of the law, you will overcome this great pain of reproof, perfect in knowledge and in behaviour, and never forgetful. Well-makers lead the water wherever they like. Fletchers bend the arrow, carpenters bend a log of wood. Good people fashion themselves. Chapter 11. Old Age. How is their laughter? How is their joy? Or is this world always burning? Why do you not seek a light, you who are surrounded by darkness? Look at this dressed-up lump, covered with wounds, joined together, sickly, full of many thoughts, which has no strength, no hold. This body is wasted, full of sickness and frail. This heap of corruption breaks into pieces. Life indeed ends in death. Those white bones, those gourds thrown away in autumn, what pleasure is there in looking at them? After a stronghold has been made of the bones, it is covered with flesh. There dwell in it old age and death, pride and deceit. The brilliant chariots of kings are destroyed. The body also approaches destruction, but the virtue of good people never approaches destruction. Thus do the good say to the good. Looking for the maker of this tabernacle, I shall have to run through a course of many births, so long as I do not find him, and painful is birth again and again. But now, maker of the tabernacle, you have been seen. You shall not make this tabernacle again. All thy rafters are broken, thy ridgepole is sundered. The mind, approaching the eternal, Visankara, Nirvana, has attained to the extinction of all desires. Men who have not observed proper discipline, and have not gained treasure in their youth, perish like old herons in a lake without fish. Men who have not observed proper discipline, and have not gained treasure in their youth, lie like broken bows, sighing after the past.
That's not the right thing to do. That's not the right thing to do, right? Like,
Chapter 12. Self.
that's not the
If a man hold himself dear, let him watch himself carefully. During one at least out of the 3 watches, a wise man should be watchful. Let each man direct himself first to what is proper, then let him teach others. Thus a wise man will not suffer. If a man make himself as he teaches others to be, then, being himself well subdued, he may subdue others. One's own self is indeed difficult to subdue. Self is the lord of self. Who else could be the lord? With self well subdued, a man finds a lord such as few can find. The evil done by oneself, self-begotten, self-bred, crushes the foolish, as a diamond breaks a precious stone. He whose wickedness is very great brings himself down to the state where his enemy wishes him to be, as a creeper does with the tree which it surrounds. Bad deeds, and deeds hurtful to ourselves, are easy to do. What is beneficial and good, that is very difficult to do. The foolish man who scorns the rule of the venerable, Arahat, of the elect, Arya, of the virtuous, and follows false doctrines, he bears fruits to his own destruction, like the fruits of the Kataka reed. By oneself the evil is done. By oneself one suffers. By oneself evil is left undone. By oneself one is purified. Purity and impurity belong to oneself. No one can purify another. Let no one forget his own duty for the sake of another's, however great